Wes had just returned home from the military when he found out his wife had betrayed him. She handed him divorce papers without hesitation. She thought he'd freak out and argue, but instead, Wes looked relieved and left with a smile, which left her completely confused. 3 days earlier, Wes had met a girl on a train. She dropped her suitcase and Wes bent down to help, but the train suddenly jerked forward and the two nearly fell into each other's arms. In the chaos, the girl accidentally grabbed Wes's train ticket. She tried to thank him, but got carsick and ended up throwing up. Wes didn't complain. He went to the bathroom and quietly cleaned his uniform. When he got back to his seat, the girl was gone, and he was told he had arrived at his stop. Turns out he had the wrong ticket, so Wes took a bus to continue his journey. And to his surprise, the girl from the train was also on board. The two hit it off, but then two thugs climbed onto the bus. They sat down beside Mia and started making crude remarks. Wes couldn't take it and stepped in, but the driver kicked all of them off the bus. Wes watched it drive away, thinking he'd never see Mia again, but while taking a shortcut, he found her again. Mia was sitting on the side of the road, crying. Wes approached and comforted her. She confessed she was pregnant and had been abandoned by her boyfriend. She was terrified her father would kick her out if he found out. Wes came up with an idea. He offered to pose as her husband and go home with her, then sneak away later, leaving behind a breakup letter. That way, people would just pity Mia instead of judging her. Wes was willing to help because of what happened with his wife. After serving 4 years in the army, no one came to welcome him home. His wife didn't even read the letters he sent, and the moment he stepped through the door, she asked him to leave for a work trip hundreds of miles away. That coldness broke him. Just then, a gunshot rang out. Wes instinctively threw himself over Mia to shield her, and seconds later, her father appeared. It was clear from the start he didn't like Wes. He shouted enraged, told Wes to get out, even said he'd go to the Pope himself to cancel the wedding. But the rest of the family welcomed Wes with open arms. They were happy Mia had found a husband. Over dinner, when Wes mentioned growing up in an orphanage, her father exploded with anger. Mia's family had a 400-year legacy. They were one of the most powerful families in Mexico, and Wes was just a nameless orphan. Mia tried to defend him, but her father refused to listen. Wes, tired of the insults, stood up and walked away. That night he woke up in a panic. Another PTSD episode. Mia was startled, but gently comforted him. Then, the deep chime of the giant bell echoed through the house.